Got it. All right, YouTube's hooking up, so let me get that going and then we will start. And make sure everything's like I want it. There we go. All right, YouTube. All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Jamie Lambert, and I am going to walk us through the overview for grid listing. And let me make sure everybody's muted out. And I want to say really quickly, tonight's not going to be a bunch of, if you're new, it's the first time you're seeing this, I'm not going to play on your emotions, try to get you to join, get you really excited. I mean, this is a great company, but I'm just going to give you the facts of how this is. I found that people tend to respect that more because a lot of times I think people join companies on emotion and they join because it looks really, really appealing on the outside. And then when they get in there, they realize that it wasn't what they thought. So I never want to, for that to be the case here. And so we're going to present this as it is. We're going to go through a lot in a short period of time. I want to try to end at around 7:30, maybe 7:35 at the latest. So I'm not going to keep you long. I know you've been working all day or doing what you do all day. The last thing you want to do is sit on a Zoom call for, a couple of hours. So we're going to try to get you out of here fairly quickly. This is a real company. The advertising is working. If you don't know exactly what we're doing here, we are selling advertising and also building another income as well. And guys, people are looking right now. I'm telling you, every day I see some new company that's laid off a lot of people. And what are these people going to do? Where are they going to go work? Everybody is trying to downsize and do something different. They're being forced to work from home. We are primed for the home-based business industry. I've been saying for decades that the day of the home-based business is coming, and here we are. So everybody's trying to figure out a way to make an extra income or make an income in general. So we fit right into that space. We've solved several issues with this company. We've solved an issue where you can earn an income. We've solved an issue for advertising for people who are trying to get their company's name out there and get their business out there. And we've also solved another issue. I'll talk about that when we get to that slide, but it's to do with networkers working together. We've solved a little problem there. This business is very beginner friendly. Somebody who's never done a business like this before, it's really not hard to get yourself going. Got a lot of tools, a lot of help to get you going in that respect. So again, just kind of sit back. I'm gonna throw a lot at you, and if you have questions at the end, we'll make sure you get your questions answered and get you to the next step. So we're going to go over who we are. We're going to talk about what grid listing is. We're going to talk about why you might want to be involved with grid listing. And then we're going to go over how it works. We're going to break that down in great detail and try to get you the information that you need. So who are we? My name is Jamie Lambert. I am the founder of the company. I've been in the direct sales industry since I was 18. I just turned 52. My entire adult life, I've done, for the most part, some sort of network marketing or multi-level marketing. I fell in love with the industry. Amway was the very first company that I ever got involved with. It's a people business. I love working with people. People make me curious. I like to know what makes people tick. And so this industry just fits my personality perfectly. I've worked one job in my life. For the most part, after that job, I left that job when I was 18. I've never worked for anybody else. I've done my own thing my entire life. I've owned businesses that was very, very successful that we sold. I've owned businesses that we had to close down. I own several businesses now. For the most part, they're all successful. The industry that we ended up staking our claim in was the supplement industry, a company we started in 2010. We built multiple national brand supplement companies, national companies, and a lot of those brands still exist to this day. We still have a supplement company that we own. But the reason why I bring that up is not to brag about supplements, was to talk about a problem that we had with that company, which was advertising. we struggled with advertising. I mean, every time we turned around, we were starting some campaign that would fail. All of the network marketing companies that I had been involved in over my decades of being in that industry, getting our name out there, advertising for the network marketing industry was always problematic. We were trying to figure out how we could get the next new person, and so we've always struggled with advertising on multiple fronts. So here we are, with Grid Listing. Grid Listing is an advertising platform. It's affordable. It's something you can used to get your business out there, to get your, if you work in a network marketing business, get that business out there while earning an income as well. So talking about the advertising, excuse me, I got a cough, so I'm going to be coughing through this whole thing. Talking about advertising, so almost $1 trillion a year that gets spent on advertising. I can remember sometimes doing Facebook ads. We have a campaign with the supplements that we'd spend $25,000 in a month. That was very common for us. To turn around and realize that campaign really wasn't as fruitful as we thought it should be, and the next month we're trying to catch up. So companies struggle with advertising. Grid Listing can cater to all businesses for the most part. Right now, it's all work from home businesses, your MLM, your network marketing, home-based business types of setups. That's for the most part who are advertising on the platform, quite frankly, because most of the people who jumped in when we first started were all work from home people. So first thing they did was put their business up there. So it's a lot of home-based businesses on the platform. As we grow and we evolve, there will be other businesses there. We are international, so that's a good thing. And it's a very affordable form of advertising, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we get into the compensation plan. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Now, another reason to be involved with Grid Listing kind of plays on what I said on the very first slide. People are trying to figure out a way to make an extra income. Out of all the decades of network marketing experience that I have, I've always asked people how much money would change your life. So it's a very good question, because if somebody doesn't know what they need, how are they going to start? So the magic answer that I always got was around $500, $300 to $500. They said, well, if I could make an extra $500 a month, that would change my life. And my response was always the same. If $500 will change your life, you are that far from being in serious money problems. One emergency away from having to take out a loan or put money on a credit card. And we all know what happens when you start putting money on credit cards. That just ends up getting you in the long run. So the average person, however, can't just go start something where they can get an extra $500 a month. They can't just go start a business, okay? It's getting harder and harder every year to start a traditional business. I mean, I've done it. I've done it all my life, but every year it's harder. Every year there's more regulation. Every year there's more overhead on starting a traditional business. So what happens when the average person wants to start a business, but they're right in that tough spot where they barely make ends meet? They can't go venture out and do anything because they have to work that 40, 50, 60 hours a week, whatever they're working, to pay their bills. The good thing about Grid Listing, or any home-based business, as far as that goes, you can work this on your own time and on your own budget. If something happens and a few days pass and you don't have a chance to work your business, you're not out of business. Versus a traditional business where if something happened and you had to go in the hospital, or somebody else got sick, or you tried to take a vacation and you stepped away from your traditional business for a week, you might be the lifeblood of that business. All of a sudden things go haywire, all because you weren't there. So you get that benefit with having a home-based business. Another good thing about working from home or having a home-based business is the tax breaks. Most of you are on a computer right now. Some of you might be on your cell phone. You have internet. You have a cell phone bill that you pay every month. You're already paying for these tools. The minute you start a Grid Listing business, those tools become tax deductions. You're already paying for them. The only difference is if you don't own a home-based business right now, you can't write them off. The moment you start a grid listing business or a home-based business, now all these things become tax deductible, and that's a great benefit at the end of the year. So there are a lot of benefits with, even if you started the home-based business and it didn't make any money for a year or two, it's still smart to have one. You know, I've always said having a home-based business, even if it wasn't profitable, is very smart because you're writing it all off, and Uncle Sam can't touch that tool money. So that's another good benefit. Another reason why grid listing, there you've got your landing page, you've got your lead capture page. We've got a lot of really nice marketing tools that are coming up very shortly that you'll be able to use: a 3 leads a day system, a postcard system, inexpensive stamps, something that you can just plug right into. So we're very excited about the upcoming tools that we're going to have. But right now you've got your landing page, you got your lead capture page, and you can just instantly start pushing traffic to that. Here's the other, I mentioned the third problem that we were solving, and I won't spend too much time here. I'll give you the scenario, and if you've been in this industry for any amount of time, I know you've run across this at some point in your network marketing career. You may be working a travel company. I'm working a supplement company. We cross paths. And you say, hey, I want you to take a look at my travel business. And I said, well, I'll take a look at your travel, but you got to take a look at my supplement company. Both of us have no desire to jump ship from what we're doing. We are happy where we are. We're making money. We feel like we don't need to go anywhere, but we're trying to, get the other person to see our opportunity. So there's this volley of looking at each other's businesses when neither one of us have any desire to do it. Now, we've all done that, right? So what do? We waste some time, we part ways, and we don't do business together. Grid listing is a middle ground for us. We can both continue to do our passionate businesses that we're involved with. But now we join together with grid listing. We go to our respective teams and we say, you all need advertising. Let's work together. Let's get the advertising on grid listing. And all of a sudden now our two teams start to mesh and become one. We're working grid listing together while working our respective businesses, and we're each earning another income. So I'm seeing this happen in real time. So I'm watching people that would typically not work together. All of a sudden, they've got teams that are combining. So that's a really good plus for the fact that the product line that we have, all networkers need it. So it's not like we're trying to convert them to do something different because they do need advertising. So as we've been talking about so far, it's an advertising platform. You can host any business that you want. The banners just scroll down. Eventually, it's going to be more of a search engine type of a setup where you would go and you query what you're looking for, and you'll be able to search that out. More of a, I say Craigslist style because that's what I see in my head. But that's going to be what the site morphs into as we grow and as we evolve. So how will this work? Well, first you're going to decide whether you want to be a customer or an affiliate. Here's the thing. For the most part, they're both the same thing. The only difference is if you decide you want to be a customer, you don't care to earn an extra income, you don't care anything about that, you just want to get your ad up on the platform, then you would pay $115 to get your ad up. $50 of that is a setup fee. Then you're paying the difference of the $65 is your first month ad spend. All customers have the option to work it from an affiliate standpoint if they so choose. When they log into their dashboard to upload their ad, they'll see tools there that if they wanted to start working it and be an affiliate, they could. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Tools are there. They can just choose to advertise their business if they want to. Affiliates, however, are doing this from a business standpoint because they want to do two things. They want to advertise their other business, and they want to build another stream of income. So the affiliates have the tools to be able to show the system to other people and build a team, and we'll get into that team in the next few slides. But you're basically building a 3x4 forced matrix. Now, guys, if you've been around for a while, you know what a forced matrix is. just bear with me because I'm gonna try to break it down for as if somebody's on the call or watching this that's just never heard that term. Okay, I want them to understand it. So you might hear some stuff you already know. With that forced matrix, you have 4 ways to earn. Okay, and we decided when we got into the compensation that we wanted to kind of hit on all the important parts of a compensation plan. We wanted to have a one-time bonus, the lion's share of the sign up. So when you either sell a ad or sign up an affiliate, you get a one-time bonus for that. We wanted to have a monthly bonus for everybody that you signed up. We wanted to have a matrix bonus. Okay. And then we did something that nobody has ever done before. Now, I know you've probably, if you've been around for a while, you've heard the term check match. Some companies do a 25% check match on their personal people that they sign up. Some companies do 50%. Some companies may even do 100% check match on people that they personally enroll. You have the opportunity to check match every single person in your team. That's where we did something different. Okay. Now, the only way I can kind of give you an analogy on that is imagine tomorrow when you go into work, if your boss said, hey, if you bring somebody with you to work tomorrow, every hour they work, we'll pay you that same money. They'll make it, but you'll make it too. How many people would you bring to work with you? You'd be rounding people up like crazy. Come on, let's go to work. Everybody they found and brought with them, you would match their money too. Okay. So we did something that's really, really different with the 100% check match. And I'm going to break that down. So I probably got a little ahead of myself there. But what this does is it breeds teamwork, because if you're check matching everybody in your team, that means you're more apt to help that person. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit more about that once we get there. So this is an illustration of the 3x4 matrix. I'm gonna kind of dissect this slide for you so you understand exactly what you're looking at. So if you notice, you've got level 1, 2, 3, and 4 all over on that left-hand side. That's your 4. That's the 3. That's the 4 of the 3x4. If you notice in level 1, you've got 3 people there. That's all you can have in your level 1. So that's the 3 of the 3x4. That means 3 wide in your level 1, 4 levels deep. This is a very small matrix. Okay. It's easy to fill. It doesn't take a lot of work to fill a 3x4 matrix. Notice each level grows in multiples of 3. 3 in level 1, 9 in level 2, 27 in level 3, 81 in level 4. That means you can have 120 people in your 3x4 matrix. Now, a lot of people look at that and go, well, hang on a second. All I make is the money on 120 people. Well, when we get into the check match, you'll see why that is important. So you do have the ability to go past that, but this is your personal matrix. It's the 3x4. Okay. So if you look at the example here, let's say the guy with the red circle is your personal person. You found him. When I say person, you either sold him an ad or you enrolled him as an affiliate. Okay. He's your personal person. You're going to make $25 whenever he enrolls. That's a one-time bonus. You'll make a $10 bonus every time he pays his $65 for his next month. You'll make a $10 bonus. You'll make $2 on him every single month. And then eventually you will check match him. We'll get into that in the next few slides. But the $2 you make on everybody in your matrix, whether you personally enrolled them or not. So let's say there's other people that are over there that don't have the red circle. Let's say they came from somewhere else. You didn't find them. They came from somewhere else. You would still make the $2 on everybody in your matrix. Other people would be making the $25 and the $10, but you'd be making $2 on every person in your matrix because they are within your 3x4. So I want you to understand that. That gives you a potential of $240 a month in that 3x4 matrix. Now, I know that doesn't sound exciting, but that's where the check match comes in. So just bear with me as we get into that. So here's how spillover works. I had somebody tell me that I talked about this too much from a negative standpoint. Here's why I try to go in this direction. I don't want anybody joining this business because we have spillover. I don't want anybody to think that you just join and do nothing and all this magic money comes. That's not what I want people to think because we have spillover. Will spillover help you in your business? Yes. I've seen it today. I saw people fall under other people today that they didn't have anything to do with. They received spillover, they get benefit, and they didn't enroll them. But it will not build your business. Okay. And I don't want anybody to join because we have spillover. So with that said, notice the guy with the yellow circle around him. Okay. He has no one in his level one. So notice your level 2 is his level 1. I hope you see that. He has no one there. Okay. Let's say you send out some postcards. All right. You're above him and you send out 500 postcards. I get your postcard. I go, ooh, this looks good. I watch a couple of videos and I join. Okay. When I join, I fall. I'm the red circle. I'm the guy with the red circle. I joined from your work, but I fell into his level 1. You make the $25 and you make the $10 every month, but he will make the $2 because I'm in his matrix, even though you didn't find him, okay, or didn't find me. Also, eventually you will check match me. Okay, now I'll break that down once we get there. So that's where the benefit of the check match comes in. Even though you didn't find me, if you're check matching me, you think you want to help me? Of course. Even though I'm not your personal person, you want me to make all the money that I can because you're going to check match that. All right. So let's get into the check match so you kind of understand. Well, here's another part about spillover before we get to that. So let's say the illustration you see here is you see your spot. You got 3 people in level 1. You send out 1,000 postcards and 3 people join. Those 3 people don't fall under one person. They're spread out over those 3 people in level 1. So I hope you see that. One person falls under the first guy. The system recognizes that there's nobody in the next spot and under the next guy, and it places them over. So you help 3 people in that scenario. You didn't have all the help didn't go to one person. So that's how spillover is spread out over the levels. So here are your qualifications. Okay, they're not very hard. One personal person allows you to earn from your matrix. That $240 in the 3x4. So you have to have one person. That's why spillover won't do it for you. You can have all these people falling in your team that you want until you find one personal person, whether you sell an ad or sign up an affiliate, you won't earn from those people. You do not lose that money. It sits there until you sponsor somebody, okay? And you earn from your matrix. 2 personals will check match your level 1, 3 personals check match level 2, 4 personals for level 3, and 5 personals for level 4. I'm going to break that down. I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm going to break it down for you real quick. So this is what a full matrix looks like. You have 120 people, 3, 9, 27, and 81. You're earning $2 from every person. So you're earning $240 for your matrix pay. Okay, that's where your matrix pay comes from. If anybody in this team is your personally sponsored, you're making $10 a month every time they pay their 65. So let's say 10 of those people are yours. That means you're making $100 extra on your $10 bonuses. Okay. Now let's get into the check match because this is the building force of this compensation plan. Okay, this is where we kind of broke all the rules. Okay, so you see your matrix there. Look at right by level 1. It says 2 personals to match this level. Remember, you have to have 1 personal to get your matrix pay. 2 personals to match level 1. That means when you have 2 personally sponsored people, those 3 people in level 1, whatever they make on their matrix, you make it too. Let's say one makes 100, the other one makes 80, and the other one makes 20. You're making $200. You're matching every single one of their checks along with your current matrix pay. Okay. 3 personals, you match everybody in level 2, whether you found them or not. Whoever's in level 2, whatever they make, you make it too. 4 personals for level 3, 5 personals for level 4. At this point, if you have 5 personals, I say get a cushion, get yourself 7 or 8 in case somebody decides they don't want to do this anymore. You've got 120 people in your matrix and you're matching every single person. $50, $100, $200, $240, whatever they're making on their matrix, you're making it too. You see it right there in your back office. It says matrix matching bonus. Okay. And it happens in real time. I'll show you that before we get off the call. All right. So remember I mentioned about getting past 4 levels, because I get asked this every day. Only 4 levels deep? I want to make more money than that. Well, here's how you do that. Okay. So look over at the right side of your matrix, that red triangle that's around that group of people. Okay. It's around a person in your level 1, and it goes around people down into level 5. Now remember, you don't get paid on level 5. You only get paid on level 4. But you're going to check match that individual in level 1. His level 4 is your level 5. So when you check match his matrix, you are now earning from your level 5, even though your matrix doesn't go that deep, simply because you're check matching this guy. Okay. You think you're going to want to help him? Yes. Because now you're dipping down into level 5 and you're making the $2 from everybody down in that level 5 that's in his matrix. Okay. Look at the person in the middle with the red triangle around them. He's in your level 2. His level 4 is your level 6. So now you're dipping down into level 6 and you're earning from level 6. Remember, all of these levels are multiplying in 3s. So you're down into level 6, which is multiplied another 2 times by 3. And you're picking up $2 from everybody down in that level that's in his matrix. Okay. And then look at the guy on the left-hand side over there in level 3. His check match is a little bit smaller. He's only got 3 people, but you're going to check match him as well. This is where the check match really comes in handy, is because you're picking up levels 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. When you start check matching these people. So this is kind of what it looks like. Everybody in level 1, you see that yellow circle, you're check matching the whole group, the whole level. Check matching level 2, check matching level 3, check matching level 4. Now remember, you have to have 5 personally enrolled people, whether they just bought an ad or they signed up as an affiliate. That's the only way you get these check matches. Okay. It's not very hard to get 5 people in this. I mean, we all know people that are doing network marketing that need advertising. It's not very hard. I see people enroll, and that first day they've got 3 or 4 people already. I mean, it's astonishing. So it's not hard to do this. Okay. Here's a neat little slide. See the red circle there? Let's say that guy joins. The moment he joins, he's got 4 people above him that's going to check match him. That's 4 people that are going to really want to help this guy out because they get the same amount from his matrix that he gets. So that's where the teamwork aspect really comes into play. So here's your potential. A full matrix, 120 people times $2. That's $240 from your personal matrix. Level 1 check match, $720. Level 2, $2160. Level 3, $6480. Level 4, $19,440. With a total of $28,800 and a full matrix matching everybody who has a full matrix. Okay. Is that going to happen overnight? No. I have people ask me all the time, well, I have enough people at my disposal to make more than that. Well, you can have a second profit center if you want. If you want to have two spots, you can do that, but you have 2 overheads. Okay. You're trying to market both businesses, and you have $65 times 2, which means you can put more ads on the platform too. So you're getting advertising space for your money. How are we paid? So we pay every Friday. The way that works is by Wednesday. I'm going to show you this really quickly. In your back office, you'll see your bank. You go to your bank, you do a withdrawal request by midnight every Wednesday. You have to ask to receive your money. If you don't ask to receive it, it's going to sit in your bank. Okay. You go into your bank, you do a withdrawal request. If you do it by midnight on Wednesday, you get paid the very next Friday. So whoever has their withdrawal request in by midnight tonight, they get paid the day after tomorrow. Okay. If you don't get it in by midnight Wednesday, let's say you did it tomorrow on Thursday, then it would go to next Friday. So you got to have it in by midnight Wednesday. We use PayQuicker as a payout platform. They are very compliant and very secure. The way that works is when you get paid the very first time, you get an email from PayQuicker that says Grid Company sent you some money. They sent you $100. You click a link, you set up your PayQuicker account, and your money is always in your PayQuicker account that you withdraw. Okay. Within your PayQuicker account, you can transfer it to your bank. You can let it sit there and use a virtual debit card, or you can order a Grid Company's debit card. Now, I'm going to pat ourselves on the back for a second. It takes a company having a backbone to be able to get their own debit card. That's not an easy thing to do. I've seen companies with their own debit cards before. Not all companies have that because it's hard to get, because they make sure you're doing everything correctly before they let you get this. So this gives the company some credibility, and it gives you some credibility. I have people ask me all the time when I hand them my debit card, they're like, what is that? And all of a sudden you're having this conversation. So it's a really good conversation piece. So let's just look at very quickly. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this because we're already at 7:32, but I just want to show you a couple things in the back office. Let me get logged back in here. So this is what the back office looks like. Very simple to use. Right up here at the top, it tells you how many active members you have, how much money you've earned. Right here in the middle is all of your links. Let me show you how that works. So you would just, let's say you wanted to do some marketing and you want to drop this link somewhere. This is what your landing page or your lead capture page looks like. So let's say you had this out there in the ether. Somebody puts in their information. They click show me now. When they do that, they watch that little short video. Is very informative, by the way. Whenever they do that, it takes them to this page. This page has another video, another very informative video, another recording like the Zoom you're watching right now is right there on the landing page. There's another video that I did kind of talking about why you might want to do this. It's a very good page to close somebody on. Here's a link to the Telegram group. Here's the link to the Zoom call. We do this every Wednesday night. So you want to have this link so you can share it with people. Facebook group. Grid listing resources. There's a lot of information in there for business building. But let's take a look at our bank. I'm going to show you how to withdraw your money. So it says right here that I've had a total of $241 that I've earned. I want to withdraw funds. I've got $46 available that I can withdraw. You can't withdraw less than $10. So let's say I want to get $10. I would just put in $10. I would do 2 + 4, little security thing, withdrawal request. So boom. Support gets that email that somebody has done a withdrawal request. They start the process. Friday, I'll have that $10. Okay. If I didn't get it in by tonight, it would be next Friday, but I'll get my $10 the day after tomorrow. So good point. Leave $65 in your bank. What the system does is if you've earned $65 and it's in your bank right here in this spot, whenever it's time for your $65 to be paid, it just withdraws out of your bank. That way it doesn't hit your debit card. Let this thing self-fund itself. Don't take outside money to fund this. Let it do its thing. I mean, we have a lot of people now that they don't even get charged on their credit card. It just comes right out of their bank. So that's what you want to try to work to. So we won't spend any more time in here. Let's just go ahead and get out of that. A little added benefit. I know you heard me talk about a supplement, us owning a supplement company. Anybody who's in grid listing gets wholesale pricing to the supplement grid. So I'm not going to try to sell you supplements. That's just there's a benefit. If you'd like to buy the supplements, you just go in, create an account at supplementgrid.com. We put you in a wholesale account. And I mean, I'll give you an example. Greg Bethay, he orders supplements every single month. He orders like a couple $100 a month. Well, now it's not a couple $100. It's like $100 because the wholesale pricing is really good. So he is saving enough money to pay a $65 grid listing. And he's not the only one. A lot of people are saving almost enough money to pay their $65. And that's only if you were buying your supplements retail from somewhere. You might be in another supplement company. This might not be for you. Like I said, we're not trying to shove supplements down your throat. That's just there. Okay. That's an added benefit to try to get you some of that money back that you're spending with grid listing. So with that said, we'll end out a couple of minutes over what I wanted to be. I want to thank you for sitting in on this tonight. If you have any questions, you can email us info@gridlisting.com, or just go to the Telegram group and just gridlistingtelegram.com. You can jump in there and ask some questions if you'd like in there. The best way is just go info@gridlisting, because if it's a business building question, it comes to me. And if, let's say you want to ask me some questions, just send an email and say, hey, can Jamie give me a call? Drop your phone number and I'll spend some time with you. I love meeting new people and spending time with you on the phone. So with that said, guys, we're going to close out. I pray the Lord's hand over you the rest of the week. If you need us, give us a call. We do this every Wednesday night. Shoot us an email. We do this every Wednesday night. And so invite somebody. That's the best way to get somebody in this business, is to invite them to the Zoom call. All right. So guys, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
Jamie.
night.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Good
you.
night, Maria.
Hi,
Good night,
Dorothy.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
Maria.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
good,
I didn't
good
know you
night,
were
John
on, Maria.
Boy.
Good night,
John
everybody.
Boy.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Jamie.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, John Boy.